You are becoming limitless. You are returning to the limitless form that you truly are. It's an amazing time right now where we are releasing the ties to the human condition, being identified solely as this human avatar, and stepping back into our limitless multidimensional energy. Things are opening up to us that we have long forgotten. We have been here, we've been programmed, we have been operating within this three-dimensional bandwidth of frequency, bound by time, bound by space, and compressed into a being that is extremely dense, and that density has cut us off from who we truly are. Now, as we've been going through the healing process, we've been receiving these energetic waves, and at times, especially in the beginning, they have felt like tsunamis. They have brought up so much to be processed, so much to be felt, but know that what is thrown your way, you can handle. You'll never be given anything more than you can handle. So we keep going. But as the timeline, the horizontal plane of existence that we were tied to essentially starts to lift, it starts to change, it starts to go more vertical, the timeline turns into a bandwidth of frequency. And that bandwidth of frequency is limitless. Go up, go down. We are anchored here. We extend far up into the higher dimensional fields. And we are now able to start to tap in to the abilities, to the knowledge, to the knowing, to the guidance, everything that existed beyond the 3D locked in reality of time and space. So it is such an amazing time. But as that starts to go vertical, you're going to start to realize that the energetic waves are going to be affecting you differently. You're not going to be knocked over like you were in the beginning as you started your journey, started going down the path of healing. You are more stable. You are more anchored. You have taken energy that resides on a higher frequency plane and anchored it and embodied it into your body, grounded it deep into the planet. So these waves are now just mere speed bumps to you. That's something that you're going to be noticing. The effects of those waves are not going to be as strong and as powerful. They're not going to knock you out of alignment like they have in the past, because you have built the circuitry in your body. You've connected up within your tissue, within your brain, the hemispheres of the brain, throat chakra, heart chakra, all of your energy centers. You have consciousness flowing through them. Previous blockages, dense energy of unconscious stuff is now alive and awake. It is conscious. Your higher frequency light is flowing through those energy centers, and you are tapped in to your higher self. And that is making you extremely stable, extremely anchored, and better able to turn these big energy waves we receive, these light codes, these DNA activations, into huge growth opportunities. When you experience them now, you're more aligned, you're more centered, and you appreciate them. You're grateful for them because you know that you are being guided into an energy that has been creating space, that's been taking up space. And you are now freeing that energy and creating space for more of your higher self to land. Such an amazing time, such powerful opportunity for growth. I want to say that when we do get knocked out of alignment a little bit here and there, maybe we get triggered, maybe something comes up out of nowhere, maybe it's a fear, maybe it's an anxiety, something from our past, or maybe something anticipated from the future. When you experience things like that, and it's still going to happen, it happens for me, what you can do is really dive into the things in this reality that make you feel good, that make you high vibrational. For me, that is music. For you, it could be getting moving or dancing, or maybe diving into some memories. Maybe you had a memory of a vacation or a trip somewhere. Maybe you went to a sacred place and really just absorb the energy, absorb the frequency. Use your mind, use your memory, use your imagination to tap back into that memory and allow that energy to come forward. Because in this human space, in this human avatar, we have the ability to take that energy when we go through experiences that are very high frequency, high vibrational, very expansive times, and record that. Essentially, we record that information, we record that frequency, we create an emotional feeling, an emotional response to that frequency, which lives within us. It's a cellular memory. So you have the ability to tap back into the memory, which will then release the frequency. And I do this all the time with music. In fact, that is what happened that time when I popped out of my body, when I had my spiritual awakening. I was listening to music, very high vibrational music for me, and it triggered something. It released something. It activated something. That's probably the best way to describe it. And I popped out of my body and had all this amazing energy flowing through me. So no matter where you are on your awakening, where you are on your journey, you likely have times within your life. And it could be your child being born. It could be just meeting the love of your life. Again, it could be away somewhere at a sacred space. If you go to Mount Shasta, Mount Kalish, wherever that may be, Mayan ruins, Sedona, Arizona, all over the planet, we have these sacred high vibrational spaces. If you're there and you experience that energy, you have that encoded into you, and you could use your memory, get into meditation, focus on that time, focus on that space. That frequency will reactivate and it will shift you. So as we move forward in this journey and we receive these activations and density rises, we are still this physical being. We have dense energy, and that dense energy really anchors us here and grounds us here, but we don't want the dense energy to control us. We have the awareness now. We've grounded consciousness. We could see with space. We can observe what's happening. We have the ability to make a choice, a conscious choice, and utilize your bank of frequency that is accessed through your memory and even through your imagination. If you want to imagine high frequency place or space, imagine the life that you desire, feel that has the ability to ground you, to shift you and activate those frequencies within you and help you to manifest those realities. So whether you're looking across the bandwidth of a timeline, whether you're going back into the past to utilize this information, these memories to shift you, or you're going into the future to utilize your imagination to shift you, it's all coming together and bringing you up in frequency. It is releasing you from the anchors of a particular timeline, and those anchors become visible, they become observable for you when you feel the dense energy come up and it starts to shift you. That's the opportunity to release that energy in that moment and utilize these memories and utilize your imagination to activate and bring forward the love, the high frequency, unconditional love, compassion. Bring it forward in that moment, alchemize the density, take that timeline and start to pull it into a vertical shaft, very much like the central channel in your body, in your torque field, and awaken to the fact that you are limitless. You are not bound to this physical body, this physical reality that operates on a timeline. You are limitless. You can transcend time. You can transcend dimensions. And the way to do that is through frequency. So utilize all the tools you have to shift you when you start to get rocked a little bit. And you're going to find that your journey is going to start to stabilize. Your body's frequency is rising. The polarity between what we term as good and bad is starting to shrink. You're going to wobble, but the wobbles are going to start to be less and less. That is stability. That is a sign you are anchoring your multidimensional light, your higher self. You are much more in control. You have much more consciousness. You are able to choose your thoughts and therefore choose your experiences and your reality. So you have so much more power than you realize. You are a limitless being. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't downloaded my heart chakra guided meditation, great way to get activated to raise your frequency. You could do so. There is a link in the description. Thank you.